In console, I can see I've got two existing buckets. And under access, it says objects can be public. Now, when I go to create a bucket, let's do this. And I'll just fill in a fictitious name with some random numbers. We're not actually going to create the bucket, but I want to show you that when you go through the process of creating a new storage bucket in the cloud, when you get to the block public access portion of the wizard, notice the default is to block all public access. So I'm going to click the X. I don't want to create this. Now, clearly that's not been left as it was for bucket YHZ because it says objects can be public. Okay, what does that mean exactly? It means public access to the contents of the bucket, such as not having to authenticate to gain access to files. So for example, if I click to open up the bucket, I can see there's a projects folder. Let's open that up. And I can see a number of files in that folder. I'm going to put a check mark to the left of one of them. And over on the right, I'm going to click the object URL to see if I can connect directly to it. Of course, it lets me in directly because public access is not being blocked currently, as it would be by default upon the initial creation of the bucket. Now let's check this out. So if I go back here in my breadcrumb trail in the upper left and click on the name of the bucket, and if we click on permissions, so here's block public access. Oh, it's been turned off down below. Well, that's not the default, but we can change it back if we so choose. If we decide, I don't want to allow basically anonymous access to the contents of this bucket any longer, you can change it around. So I'm going to click the edit button. I'm going to choose block all public access. You have a number of subordinate options here. So blocking public access to buckets and objects granted through new ACLs or through any ACLs granted through new public bucket or access point policies. Now that would be by going to the bucket policy up here, and also through any policies. They're not just new ones, all of them. So we're blocking everything here. We're not allowing any public access. Okay, let's save this. It wants us to type in confirm. Okay, confirm button. And it says public access settings updated successfully. Let's try this again. Let's go back to the overview tab for the bucket. There's the projects folder. And there's, it doesn't really matter which file, but we'll choose the same file by clicking in the checkbox to the left. And I'm going to click the URL over on the right for that file. Now, if we do a refresh, we're now getting an access denied because public access has been blocked, meaning that it's been turned on, the blocking feature to block public access.